she came out and she apparently wrote a comment on social media in which she said, being transgender does not make you a woman. It makes you simply transgender. Now,
why the hate?
Right, why the hate, right?
Why?
That is deep hatred.
Oh.
Now, she's not, of course, saying...
That's like genocidal hatred right there.
Oh, I think it's a quote from Mein Kampf. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure it's right. Like
she took it directly from Adolf Hitler.
Yes, that's my impression.
Me too.
Now, she wrote that on Facebook. She also went on social media and said, after she got a little bit of backlash, and she's a 20-year-old model, she got a little bit of backlash on this comment. So she said, I really do want to take back my trans comment, because if they can say that they're a woman, I can reclaim my virginity. Now, probably that's okay. You probably can reclaim your virginity in our society by just saying it. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
Well, that's how you identify. If you identify as a virgin, you're a virgin.
Yeah, probably true. Okay. Now, she went on again and said, it's science. Now she's crossed the hate line. In a dramatic fashion.
Again, by the way, she's already crossed that line, and now she's doing it again.
Okay. So 20-year-old model, saying all these things, saying, a man is a man and a woman is science. I mean, this is terrible, right? So what happens, obviously, to her? She gets fired. Of course. Because she gets fired from her modeling job. She goes on to Instagram and is crying, is very upset about what happened to her. And she says... she's crying and like sobbing, and I think she had some technical problems, so no one knew exactly what she was saying. So the next day she comes out and she makes a statement. And this is where we get all like M. Night Shyamalan twist on the story. You ready for this? She says, quote, I wasn't ready to come out about it yet, but today I got fired and I've been receiving hate mail and death threats ever since. So I'm forced to tell the truth. I am transgender.
What?
I transitioned at a very young age, and I've lived my life as a female ever since. It's been very hard to keep this secret, but what I said about trans women is a direct reflection of my inner insecurities, and I have since come to realize that I am a woman. We all are.
We all are? We're all women?
Well, I think...
Everybody on this planet is a woman?
I think
How do we
maybe,
procreate? That's strange.
Are you saying...
I'm not saying that.
Gosh.
No.
Pat Gray just said that men cannot have children. Men cannot be pregnant. You heard it out of his mouth. I want him get a letter writing campaign started right now, because you just let it slip that you believe men can't be pregnant. I want that noted on the record today. So here's this 20-year-old model comes out and makes what are called transphobic.
Or is she just trying desperately now to get out of this?
Well, she makes these transphobic sort of comments, gets fired, and then comes out as trans.
Yeah.
The next day, she comes out again with this comment. I apologize for my transphobic remark and every remark I've ever made towards the trans community. I panicked and thought if I came out as trans... I could somehow make things better.
No. So she's not trans?
Not trans. She faked coming out as trans to try to get out of getting fired for being transphobic.
Because you could, check that.
I don't. You probably could.
I think.
Well, I don't know how that works anymore.
Well, get a woman or a person who identifies as a woman to check her womanhood.
And you know what? Go on. Tell me, how does that... Because you don't know how she identifies if you just check downstairs. Again, you're revealing yourself as such a hater. The only way you're going to get out of this...
I'm just trying to help her.
The only way...
Okay. Stu?
Yes?
I'm a trans individual. Yes.
You are?
Trans. Yes. Yeah, I transitioned.
When you were young?
When I was 12. I was 12 years old.
Because I've known you for a very long time. And I've always known you as a
man. But I was born a woman. And
so are we all men?
We're all men.
Okay, good.
All of us.
She said,
okay, I'm not. But I thought it might save me. I'm not a trans person.
Okay.
I didn't transition at 12.
Okay.
But I thought maybe it would save me. just because I got myself into trouble, according to you, and I wanted to get out of it. And so I said I was trans, but I made that up.
You're okay.
I know that surprises you, and you're disappointed now. But that's the reality.
It's like I see dead people actually know he's right there, he's real, and he's alive. Like that is the twist here.
Weird.
It's so weird. So this is what she said. This is her full comment. She says, "I apologize for any transphobic remark I've made towards the trans community. I panicked and thought if I came out as trans, I could somehow make things better for myself. But it appears
she dumb.
I've only made things worse."
Yeah, you think?
You think? I'm truly sorry. I'm only 20 and I'm human. I made mistakes, but I refuse to let them define me. I hope you all can forgive me and move on from this because I'm so much more than this incident and I'm not a coward. Unfortunately, like we live in a society where they will not forgive her for this. And you know what? When you are 20 and she's obviously not necessarily the best decision maker, perhaps, in America, she shouldn't be defined by this moment, right? Like this shouldn't be.
No, right.
We do this constantly.
She shouldn't be fired for saying what she said. So what? She's 20.
She's 20. And first of all, her comments were not that bad.
Right.
It was an opinion held by the majority of the United States.
Absolutely.
Okay? So you're gonna be firing a lot of people if you're firing people for comments like that. The vast majority. I mean, I haven't seen the polls on that specific quote that she said, but generally speaking. You're going to find that people, while accepting of those who believe they need to go through a transgendered operation or whatever, you're going to find people who say, well, look, that is a person who is a male that has gone through a surgery. That is what's happened. They are now identifying that way, and we'll do what we can to help make them feel good and support them or whatever. We're not going to be mean to someone who does this, of course.
Right.
However, most people understand that look, there is a situation that goes on when you're born. You have certain parts. You have certain DNA. You have chromosomes. They kind of tell the story.